another piece to this question. So from around the years of about 1963 up until about, you might want to say 1990. So you have District 6 and you have District 5. Several of those high schools in those districts offered vocational programs. So you're looking at that amount of years where vocations were actually in these Chattanooga public schools, because that's still, we had the city school system, and then it merged to Hamilton County. But you had these thriving vocational schools. One which is no longer, which was Kirkman Technical School, and then also you had D. Howard School. I have several members of my family that took auto mechanics. They took barber cosmetology. So when they graduated, they automatically had these certifications via the state of Tennessee. During that time frame as well, we also saw that students across the board in those particular district schools were excelling. So not only were they excelling academically, but they were also excelling by pursuing something that would provide them immediately with a career when they graduated from high school. Do you all feel that if we focus more, not necessarily saying that we're going to provide all of these different opportunities for students, but if we focus a little bit more on the total child or the total student and what it is that they want to be, and give them those opportunities and tell them, hey, we have dual enrollment, but here's what we can provide you with right now. Do you think that that would help with the success and bring Hamilton County back up to where we once were? So I'll let Michael go first.
For those of you who aren't familiar, Kirkman Tech is where the lookouts are now, the Chattanooga lookouts. And when Kirkman, like you said, merged, most of that went to Howard, the Howard School of Academics, which was a school in which I worked. And over time, those resources just kind of vanished. And that's because, as we've seen in our schools, it's about constant, consistent focus and maintenance. As I said, you have to be able to focus on some of those skills and not just college. And I'm so glad that we are here in this school tonight, because this school offers auto body, metalworking, but they also offer skills that don't require college education, digital media production. And these students live in a world of digital media and social media. And so they come out way more qualified than any of us do in school to fill these roles. So for someone who goes and gets their master's and tries to compete in a social media spot, I can't be beaten by someone who's coming out of high school who knows that they're good at that, who knows that they can do that because they do it all day long. I can't compete with that talent, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing. So I want to continue to bolster the schools that have programs like this here at Lookout Valley Middle High, but also we need to, again, focus our resources based on the local community needs. You can't in one school have absolutely every single program available. It's not possible. But let's have some of the essentials. Let's talk about what it's like to raise a family. Let's talk about what it's like to file taxes. Let's talk about what it's like to run a house, the maintenance on a house, the maintenance on a car. Let's get those essentials in there, and then the rest of our resources we can focus on what our community close at hand requires.
So, Lorian, I think that question highlights a couple of trends in education. The first is the siloing of students into college as a college prep curriculum that is a nationwide trend. And then the second, I think, is addressing the whole child. Makes me think about the testing culture that we have in the state of Tennessee and nationwide, that I know from a lot of teachers causes them to feel a real push-pull of how do I nurture the entire child when what I'm graded on is A, B, C, and D, or all of the above, or some of the above. If you've tried to take one of these tests, it's insane now. I will say that there is a danger in relying on technical education to push kids towards something simply because maybe they are struggling in an academic course or are low income. Consequently, and I think that happened in some of our, in decades past, where we said, well, we've got this college path, excuse me, but you're not really good enough for that, so we're going to send you to tech school. Now, that's not everybody, but that certainly happens, and it was something that we can push low-income students away from other opportunities, and I'm not okay with that. I think that our Future Ready Institutes present a fantastic possibility for Hamilton County students. I talked with a young woman who goes to Lookout Valley. She has taken auto body 7 times. There's just not enough choices. She doesn't want to do auto body. I'm thinking, you've got a great hobby on your hands. But she wants to do other things. And so I love that the Future Ready Institutes are going to give her classmates the opportunity to say, you know what I'm really interested in is aviation. I want to go learn how to fly a plane. I want to know how that thing stays in the air. I want to come to Lookout Valley and learn how to do video. But I would point out the fact that you do need some secondary accreditation to make a living wage in this world. It is a simple band-aid to imply that you can come out of school with a relatively short amount of training for a nursing assistantship, for example. Those students will make about $15 an hour. That is a great wage to start out, but it's certainly not the thing that's going to help them flourish in this world and raise their families in the future. I want more for them.